YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to the Vampire campaign. What do you think about that loading screen? Pretty sweet, huh? So now that's a loading screen artwork mod that's out there in the Steam Workshop if you all want to try it. Really a cool mod. Doesn't change any of the gameplay, but just adds some cool artwork to the loading screen, and you can't beat that with a stick, right? So in any case, we've got this Vampire campaign back up. I'm kind of in a mode of building and preparing for the next phase, which is going to be beating down all the Dwarves Empire Greenskin. Pretty much everybody else in the Greenskins are actually pretty powerful at the moment. The Dwarves are getting face rolled by the Greenskins. So we should have some good like Vampire versus Greenskin action eventually, but like I said, right now I'm just kind of in a mode of building and expanding. I'm actually going to take Kimmler and go ahead and colonize Volksgrad. I just want to get a whole bunch of these. Now that Chaos is dead, I can kind of secure a lot of this stuff. I wonder if I can actually settle some of these areas up here. Frozen Landing Varg. So we got Timbers here. Dwarf Beer. Which province is that? It's up in the, it must be in the mountains there. So I don't know if we can actually settle this stuff down here or not, but I can probably at least just kill the Varg there and then force them into surrendering. Bay of Blades. I mean, it looks like the Varg are controlling some territory that maybe the Dwarves can take. I still need to take Northern Oblast, but I'm definitely getting a lot more stuff settled, and this is going to give me access to plenty of resources. Not that anybody's going to have any interest in trading with me, but whatever. Whatever. This building obviously got thrashed a little by this enemy agent here. There's a couple of enemy Varg agents, and I have agents in this army. Do I dare send them out to try and mess with these Varg agents? No. These guys are like level 23 and 30, so we just ignore them. That's gonna be the best way to handle that. I can't quite reach Fort Ostrusk, or whatever that one is. But I am going to go ahead and maybe just keep resettling here with Manfred. It's going to get me pretty extended, and it's going to be a little bit of a struggle probably to control public order, but we can always double back as we need to. Public order finally improving in this province. I'm going to have to let it improve some and then try and get up here and settle Norden. But like I said, we definitely have to get some work done against the Varg. But I'm mainly doing this to try and drive up my income, and I'm building vampire crypts everywhere it's a possibility. And I want to upgrade them to vampire keeps as well. You can see more vampire crypts going in there. And then the captured port at Erengrad is going to be an amazing source of income for us. Absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and end a turn. We can issue a commandment or growth or whatever. What do we call it here? Commandments, that's right. So foster terror, vampiric corruption, and growth. Let's see what else we got. Kimmler has a skill point. Seems like I was trying to get, yes, this Wind of Death is extremely powerful if you can get Kimmler into the right scenario. So that's cool. And then Von Karstein, I've got Purple Sun, Fate of Buna, all that other stuff. Wind of Death would be a cool one for him too. So I will go ahead and grab Evasion, and then next time we should be able to put Wind of Death on there. He's level 29, and Wind of Death should be the last skill point that we get to spend on him. Yeah, the next time I play a campaign, I'll use the extended skill point mod so that we can like flesh out the characters even more. Should be a lot of fun. I've been kind of tinkering around with it in some of my own campaigns for fun, and it does turn out pretty nice in the sense that you can like go through and develop all those different skills for characters. And if we can get a good face roll going with vampires, it's pretty easy to keep it going because of Raise the Dead. Again, we couldn't take advantage of that versus Chaos because you don't get to raise the dead off of Chaos. But versus the humans and the dwarves and pretty much everybody else, I mean, once you get kind of rolling, the pile of corpses will just keep your army replenishing, and you can just roll with the vampires. That's going to be the idea here. Settlement besieged, huh? You feeling pretty gutsy? Well, actually the Varg are in a good position because my guys are very beat up. So that's an interesting position that the Varg put me in there. They could attack me, and they would have pretty good chances. Well, actually they don't. The auto-resolve's not giving them very good chances. Let's see how long we can hold out. I've got 5 turns till I run out of supplies, so basically I could let Kimmler retrain for a turn, and then I can basically boogie on over that direction. So I'm going to let Kimmler retrain this turn, and then he can get over there. We've lost whatever little bit of public order we were gaining here. Just can't seem to stay ahead of it in this province. That's brilliant. We got Vampire Crypts there. Kislev. Vampiric Corruption is always nice. We can always use that. Javka, let's just kind of see. I've got a Vampire. I want to make sure I have a Vampire Crypt basically in every province. Let's take a look at that. That's just a personal want here. We got a Vampire Crypt there. Got one there. Got one in Ostermark. We need one in Ostland. And it's going to be a while before we get it. Southern Oblast could use one, but we're going to have to grow the main city structure. Aberland is about to have one. Troll Country has a ways to go, but not terribly far. Stirland, we would need to capture Wurtbad, which we can, but it's going to require us to declare war on Tylea, which could be dangerous if we are not prepared for it. And then we've got Northern Oblast here, which is now besieged, but we can take care of Varg. After giving Varg a beatdown or two, and then, like, you know, maybe sacking one of their settlements, like if we go sack the Varg settlement here, that'll definitely probably convince them that they don't want to be at war with me. Okay, my Vampirus has arrived in Erengrad, so we can start boosting the growth there. I think I'm going to take my Banshees up that direction as well. It's like the dwarves are sailing up towards the Bay of Blades. Good. Go put all the beat down on Varg that you want. It sounds great. I prefer seeing those guys get their crap kicked all over the map. It pretty much makes me happy. Okay, we've got good replenishment completed on Kimmler, and we can now come up here and run down the Varg army. It's going to leave this settlement pretty unhappy, but just kind of going to have to deal with it. Let's take advantage of the lumber. Go ahead and upgrade that settlement. Erengrad, we could upgrade the clay pits. Not going to be a huge deal. Let's take a look at our settlement browser again. Eastern Western Sylvania. Let's see. So this place is fully grown out. There's not a whole lot of point in having this charnel pit, so I'm going to demolish that. It's no longer necessary. This field is giving public order, so there's certainly nothing wrong with keeping it. We could upgrade this to the gallows, but let's take a look around first. Got the Vampire Crypts here, so that's good. It's going to help public order a lot and the spread of vampiric corruption. A few other things we could do here. Wouldn't hurt us to have a gibbet in this territory eventually as well. But let's just kind of browse through real quick and decide what's going to be most important. This province is still bleeding public order for some reason. Characters, lack of corruption are the driving forces here. So there's enemy characters here, which is probably these guys up here. And then this other one here. So we've got a lot of enemy, or I wouldn't say enemy, even just neutral characters that are here. Check out the big spider on the map either. Hadn't seen that yet. Nice. Yeah, that's why the public order is suffering so badly in this province. I'm going to let the growth keep going though, because there's some buildings like the Vampire Crypt that would be very useful there. Got pretty solid vampiric corruption going on in surrounding provinces like up at Wurtbad. And this army is making its way back to friendly lands. It's kind of raiding its way back. That's why it's taking so long. Once we get it back, we can get some good work done. I'm going to leave one of the Banshees to support it. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring the other Banshee up here. If they want to move. I do actually want you to move up here, Banshee. Alright, so there goes the Banshee. Do need to spend our money, so let's go back through and get it done. Let's go ahead and go back here to was it Western Sylvania, and we'll go ahead and, it's not like it's going to make a huge difference, but we'll upgrade that. It gives me a little bit of extra income. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. That'll take most of my money. In fact, probably all of it that would help me be useful. Did see Troll Country was still one available upgrade here. Let's go ahead and roll that with what little bit of money we have left. And the best part of all this is we don't have to worry about chaos invading us. Go get him, dwarfs. Go get him. Looks like some nice cold territory up there. Dwarves ought to be able to keep warm with all their beards and beer and everything else, though, right? That chaos agent probably assassinated Kimmler, and then I think they ran off. They did. So they're going to try and run away. They, of course, wish anything but to fight me. That's typical for anything that resembles chaos in this game. They're going to try and get ahead of me and run to Erengrad. Erengrad should have walls, though. And let's see if we've got a decent chance of assassinating the enemy lord, or at least demoralizing the army. I don't think demoralizing really matters that much, so let's try and assassinate.
Slay them.
Sweet!
Asinine mortal.
Just took out their lord. Of course, my vampire's probably going to turn around and get killed by Mr. Level 30, Sven Ovsen, or whatever his name is there.
It is night.
Von Karstein is just out of reach of these jerks. And I mean just out of reach, which is unfortunate.
Destroy them.
Yeah, it's not going to let him reach it. That's pretty irritating. We're going to have to double back into some of these provinces because they're bleeding public order.
Darkness comes.
Let's see, we got our money. I was kind of hoping, yeah, I want to get level 4 growth surplus here so I can upgrade that settlement. The main chain settlement. Eastern and Western Sylvania. Let's save up a little money so that the next time we have an opportunity to build a vampire crypt, we have the money to do so, because it is quite expensive. Kislev is about to run a growth surplus, so it'll be a good spot to be ready to build a vampire crypt. Got a skill point on this necromancer. Let's give him Raise the Dead. He can't be much of a necromancer without Raise the Dead, can he? So, there we go. Making good money, or good dark magic at this point. So we can definitely have more armies, which we probably will. But like I said, I'd kind of like to make sure that it's all the armies are ready for... There's a Thorgrim getting himself some nice vampiric attrition, taking a vacation through the Vampire Waste. Vampire lands are looking pretty good. I mean, if you're into that whole like grayscale thing and dead vegetation, it definitely looks like a good place to be. Did Kimmler just get bushwhacked? I think he did. And look at these crotch monkeys doubling back, and now they're going to get so far away that I still won't be able to catch them. So they're going to tear down what I just resettled there, which means that I have to resettle it again. What a bunch of jerks. I hate these guys. Fiery passion. Yeah, Kimmler got wounded by the level 30 agent. And the only way to get rid of these Varg agents at this point, my agents don't have a chance. They'll never get rid of them. The only way to get rid of these Varg agents is going to be to extinct their faction. But short of that, I will enjoy extincting them on the battlefield here, which is going to be a little bit of revenge. What I need to do is train like a couple of vampire lords that don't even have much of an army, and I'll just use them to colonize all these little settlements rather than using these main armies, and then my main armies can go contend with some of these guys. What do they got here? Are my hex wraiths very quick? 80 speed, probably not quick enough to catch one of their cavalrymen. Let's see, I'm going to get my mainline infantry. They've just got Chaos Marauders with great weapons, and I don't think those guys are going to do very well. I've only got one Cryptor. What kind of screwed up vampire army is this? I do have Von Karstein and a zombie dragon. And I've got Katarina von Patchy on the Hellsteed. So we're definitely going to be able to come up here and Life Leech and Fate of Buna our way to nonsense here. Got my Vargeist, Terrorgeist. Oh, Terrorgeist. And the Terrorgeist hasn't taken any damage, so he will be a terror indeed. Start the deployment. I'm going to actually take Terrorgeist. Let's fly these guys forward. Let's take Von Karstein forward. I've got a White King, too. Let's take my Vargeist forward, too. I'm going to get all my flying units. Just kind of come up and harass these guys really well. Don't I have the Wind of Death? I think I do. Does anybody in this army have Wind of Death? No, we don't have it yet. Crap. Gaze of Nagash. If we had Wind of Death, man, that would be a lot of fun. We could KO like several of their units here. Let's bring in Katarina von Patchy. Actually, that's my Terrorgeist. She's ugly, but not quite that ugly. Let's bring him back. We're going to come up here and Spirit Leech this Varg leader. Just because I can. And oh yes, we can. I've still got my Vargulf after all this time. I think he's been around since the beginning of the campaign. This is a melee Chaos Lord, so he is beyond screwed. I'm just gonna have all my guys ready for like a big rear charge here. Let's slow down. Let's just kind of see what's coming at me. Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes. They shouldn't be able to do hardly any damage, I wouldn't think. Let's see if my Hex Wraiths are capable of catching these units. My Vargulfs are pretty fast. Vargulf is pretty fast too. It's gonna swing back around. We're gonna Life Leech. Bring Von Karstein over here. They're wanting to put the throwing axes after him. Yeah, my Hex Wraiths don't appear to be able to catch these units. Well, actually, I might be able to catch them. Getting really close. Bring my Vargulf after him. Okay, they can't touch my Vargeist. I'm gonna Spirit Leech this guy again. I'm trying to remind myself what some of these spells do. What about the... I'm gonna stick that purple Sun Xerxes out there, just see what we can do with it, have some fun. Sweet, went right through a bunch of Chaos units. Gosh dang it, man. Clicking attack orders on this game is like so jacked up sometimes. Comes the Chaos, Chariots. You're gonna attack me with all these Warhounds and other guys over there, so that's kind of a joke. It's a pointless chase. Let's bring our guys back. Vargeist just get into the backs of all these fights. Should be able to start some pretty good wreckage. Let's get the Cairn Wraiths into that fight. Got our White King. Let's throw him in. Okay, where is Von Karstein? He's down here killing Chaos Chariots, which has worked out quite well. Let's bring our little Vampirus over here. Let's bring our Terrorgeist in. Hex Wraiths. Yeah, let's bring our Vargulf back over here too. I don't think, yeah, the Chaos, I keep saying Chaos, Varg, Chaos, same difference. Chaos Light, whatever you want to call these guys. They're not going to be able to withstand the sheer terror of the Vampire army, even though their guys are probably better in some ways just due to numbers. But yeah, they're going to be getting hit by all the terrorizing units that I have to offer. And they're going to be getting chased off and destroyed. There's the Terrorgeist eating one of their men. Hope you all caught that. That was a pretty sweet little bit of footage there. So the main stuff they have left is just going to be their Marauder Horsemen, White King. Really? This fight over here is still happening? Let's actually bring my Vargeist back over here because they're pretty quick. Let's bring Von Karstein. Where's Katarina von Patchy? Maybe get rid of some of these Chaos Trolls there too. I don't know. The Chaos is kind of all over the place. I can't hardly even tell where they're at anymore. See if we can run down some more of their guys. Got my Hex Wraiths right here being attacked by Marauder Horsemen. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge for me. How about some Fate of Buna? That'll get rid of these guys pretty quick. Bring Katarina von Patchy. We mopped up that fight and saved our Wraiths. Let's bring these guys over closer to Von Karstein. There we go. So that got him. Fate of Buna left that entire throwing axe horse unit dead on the ground there. Good old Fate of Buna. Nothing beats that. Well, there we go. Got some revenge on Varg. Those guys were definitely overmatched, even considering all my many micro mistakes in every battle I play. They still got completely wrecked. Pigeon Plucker Pendant. -8 melee attack. I like it. So that Varg army got pushed back, and we are going to finish it off. Okay, let's go into here real quick. Got a bunch of this stuff here. Enchanted item. I got the Featherfoe Torque, Potion of Healing, Potion of Strength. Ooh, that's pretty cool. White King. Let's give him this potion, or he's got the Featherfoe Torque. Let's give him the Potion of Strength. Let's check out our stuff here. There's nothing else to give Von Karstein in terms of skills. Okay, that's fine. Let's check out this dude here. My White King. Marcus the Fearmonger. I like it. It's like they've been listening to my videos or something. Let's give him more weapon strength. That would be cool if we get it upgraded all the way to 15% weapon strength. That means he can cause some pretty significant damage. He's got magical melee attacks too. Is this Katarina? Yes. She's doing pretty well for herself also. Ooh, getting her the Fate of Buna would be pretty nice. That would make her like a little mini Von Karstein. Let's see.
It is night.
Yeah, she's going to accomplish nothing here, so I'm just going to move her back this way. Deploy her and hope that the Chaos Agents ignore her, which is not likely. I'm going to resettle this here. Have to start rebuilding. We're going to need the charnel picks. We're going to need the growth. Let's go ahead and spend some money to upgrade that too. I definitely want to go ahead and run this upgrade, so that's where a decent portion of my money needs to go. We need to get a lot of these enemy agents out of our land. She's going to require me to assassinate them, most likely. Best chance is with the Banshee, though I don't know if it's a great chance. This Banshee's only level 4. Probably should have picked a different Banshee. Let's go ahead and put that hearth there. Issue a commandment up here, which is going to be the growth and extra vampiric corruption. And then this Vampire Lord has picked up another skill point. Let's give them the invocation and the heck. Okay, my other guys can come out of raiding stance now and get back into my own lands, and we'll probably build that army up a little bit. I want to continue kind of capturing the north end of the map so that it'll be nice income for me that won't have to be defended. as we fight the human and dwarf factions, won't have to be as defended.
Speak thy words.
If the Varg want peace, they do. I'll make you a counteroffer. I'm not going to pay you, but you can have... Actually, it still says hi, so you can pay me. Yeah, how about you pay me like 2,300? Okay. How about 13? No? 3. Moderate? Okay, just take your peace treaty and get out of my sight. Get out of my lands. Forever, preferably. This guy's got a pretty decent little army put together. Oh, this is Kemmler's army. I was like, what? Where did he get such an army?
This night.
There we go. So we are back to Averheim with this. The quest battles have been completed for the time being, at least. We've got a lot of money rolling in, which is great. Is there anything we can put here that's really worthwhile? I mean, not really. Yeah, not a whole lot that's going to be real worthwhile here other than, I mean, this thing just gives me extra vampiric corruption, which at this point is definitely overkill. I mean, the charnel pit gives me growth, but it's also completely unnecessary. If anything, maybe just put a cemetery in some of these places so it'll help with recruitment, I guess. Might as well. I mean, there's really not a whole lot else to do. Kislev is about to have a growth surplus too, and we can upgrade its main settlement structure. Erengrad, we need to upgrade the docks. This is going to be a huge bonus for us. It's an extra 500 income. Very expensive upgrade, but very well worth it. I'm going to put that in one of the smaller settlements. Zion has this place got hit by the Varg, so let's resettle it. Actually, I can't colonize it, really. I don't have enough dark magic. Let's go back to Erengrad.
I hunt. I assent.
There we go. I'm going to go ahead and get the colonization finished. And then let's end one more turn here. Go ahead and reissue our edict or our commandment in Troll Country. I keep saying edict. So much Attila. And Rome too, I think they both had edicts, so. The White King gets another skill. Different White King here, though. Devastating Charge is pretty cool. Charge bonuses do a lot of damage in this game. I got this Vampire Lord. Let's give him the Curse of Undeath. Greatly replenishes HP of combatants. Okay. See what's going on in this settlement. Still like 0 movement in this settlement because of the presence of enemy characters. There are 3 enemy characters in the province, just completely preventing me from having any growth. I know I'm not at war with these people, but I'm gonna have to get rid of some of their characters if I want to have any chance of turning this province around. There we go. That was fortunate. So we got rid of one of the Bretonnian characters there, and I'll have to try and get rid of the rest. I'm going to go up north there to Norden and see if we can assassinate those guys also. It doesn't help that Karak Hearn is like sending an army just raiding through my territory either. That's definitely less productive for me. Building was a success. So the scaling are the ones down here damaging my buildings now. That's always helpful. Really appreciate the scaling being that way. Let's go ahead and run this upgrade at Kislev. So now we need to save some money so that we can build the vampire crypts in Wolfenburg. That will help. Yeah, look, +7 now. I'm going to go ahead and start moving this Banshee up here and see if we can wreck these other agents. Get them out of my settlement here. Let's check the rest of my public order. It's definitely deteriorating here, but in a salvageable position. Let's get a gibbet there. I don't have the money to do another one, but we can put another one there. Let's once again go ahead and end the turn. Like I said, this is just growth time for me. I don't care about ending this many turns. I don't even know if there's a turn limit on the campaign. I just like to do this kind of stuff. I could definitely be more aggressive, but I kind of like turtling every now and then and like just getting the really good infrastructure so I can put together a good stomping on my enemies. It's just a more satisfying feeling for me for whatever reason. Oh, don't you assassinate my vampire. You crotch. I hate you. So I gotta wait on that vampire to come back. She was helping with the growth there. Neither one of these is going to be particularly helpful, but I'll go with recruiting surplus just in case. I'm going to have to wait another turn probably to have better chances of success, but let's try it. Critical failure, sweet. I don't know how you wound an undead banshee, but I just accomplished it. I just accomplished it. Got the charnel pit. That's all I can build there is a charnel pit, so let's not even waste our time. Well, actually, the charnel pit would be helpful. Helps the province grow faster. Let's see, let's put the gibbet there too. Volksgrad. Go ahead and... I don't need the recruitment capacity, just the growth. It's only extra 5 growth, that's hardly worth it. We'll take the extra logs though. Okay. So, like I said, at this point, just need to save some money to put in a vampire crypt. But I am out of time for this episode, so we managed to get some good stuff done. Von Karstein just gained his 30th point, and we are going to unlock the Wind of Death with this. Should be a nice little vortex spell for him. Look forward to using that on some of my enemies. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. Heir of Carthage signing out for now, and I will see you all next time in the next vampire campaign.